It is night one of the NFL draft. And oh boy, what are the Dolphins going to do at 11 and 13? Are there going to be trade backs? I'm going to talk to you about the latest I'm hearing because there's a lot to discuss. And I think the top five might get real interesting. We got a lot to discuss, a lot to go over. It's draft night, baby. Get into this. What is good, Finn Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, and we are back here for another one. Appreciate each and every one of you coming through on draft night. Let's get this right, baby. Let's not screw it up. Let's not screw it up, huh? So as you can see, we got the ticker down below, pick by pick. To my left and your right, those are the best available players remaining on the board as each pick comes, all right? So just to give you a heads up what's going on and what you're seeing in front of you right now. So we got you locked in right here for draft night. All right, so a couple things I'm hearing. I am hearing that the Saints want to trade up to number 3. So that is going to be something to watch right now, that that they want to trade up to number 3. It's looking like it might be the Saints. Now, that said, if they do not trade up and there are no trades in the top 5, the way I see the top 5 going based on intel I've got and things I'm hearing, just to tell you, just give you a heads up on the top 5. It looks like it's going to be Mendoza, then Bailey, then Love, then Reese, and then Downs. But again, if the Saints trade up to 3, I don't know if that order stays the same way. Now I see someone in the chat. That's a pretty well-known fact that Halfley's Mansour Delane connection. That was talked about at the Combine. If you go back and you go find when interviewers, specifically Dolphin interviewers, were talking to Delane at the Combine when they had the podium, he mentioned Halfley there. That's pretty well known that that Halfley recruited Delane out of high school. So that's not anything earth-shattering or groundbreaking. Shout out to Dubs MC for joining the Hall of Fame. Also, I'm going to be selecting 5 people from the chat tonight at random because one of my Patreons, they want to expand the Finside Patreon fam. So tonight, I'm going to be picking 5 different people in the chat. We're going to have one person picked at pick 11, one person picked at pick 30, and we'll have 3 people picked in between that. But those people will be given free Patreon memberships, courtesy of one of my patrons who actually wants to remain anonymous. All right. So I want to shout out that person. They know who they are. Appreciate you. Shout out to Dubs for joining the Finside fam here on YouTube. Hey, go check out, if you are a Patreon or a channel member, go over there. I dropped all my extra big boards that didn't make the YouTube cut. I dropped my first ever top 100 big board. You can go see it right over there. I want to move that right there. Perfect. So make sure you go and check that out. If you are a Patreon or a channel member, all right? Make sure you check that out. All right, I'm just setting something up for all y'all. All right, hopefully that Should work. All right. So if you haven't had a chance, if you haven't had a chance, all right, if you aren't a channel member or you aren't a Patreon, so you haven't had a chance to see what I got going on over there. And by the way, shout out to Swamp Donkey Crypto. He says, I believe that drafty are our future. Teach them well and lead them. Oh, I believe that the draftees are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Agreed, Swamp. I think even guys like Kenneth Grant and stuff too. Shout out to Marino's GOAT on the Pro Bowl love. Appreciate you, sir. All right. If you haven't had a chance to check out my top 100 big board, here it is for you. Here are my top 50. Caleb Downs, Jeremiah Love, Jermod McCoy, Sonny Styles. This is all in order. Take that in right there. You know, I got D'Angelo Pons and Trey and Stukes probably higher than a lot of people. 26 and 27. You know, obviously you can see I'm lower on Fernando Mendoza than many people. You know, I got him all the way down there at 14. Ty Simpson didn't even make my top 50. But that is my first top 50. And then rounding out 51 to 100, here is the rest of my top 100 big board for you guys right here. So Oscar Delp at 75. Gotta love that, huh? So the Raiders are on the clock officially right now. But yeah, Kadyn Barnett, you know, my top 100. I love it. I love it. All right. So the Raiders are on the clock. Let's see what we got here. I won't put spoilers. I'm going to have people texting me pics. Logan, your wings look amazing, brother. Appreciate you. Yo, I hate how YouTube changed these channels. PL, what's good, homie? That mini golden doodle, Max. What's good, PL? There's the homie right there. Shout out to Grow Together. See, I hate how it changed all y'all's handles. Absolutely stupid. TJ Watt. All right, Roger, stop trying to hog all the spotlight. No one cares, bro. Shout out to Scorpion King, another draft with reason. I appreciate you, sir. Over 400 of you in the chat right now. Appreciate y'all. Smash that like button as you do come through. I know it's you, Russell. Don't worry. I'm just saying, I hate how they changed your name. Like, I hate how they did that to y'all. I know it's you, though. Don't worry, bro. That's better right there. I just hate how they changed all tags. All right, so who do I think? Okay, I'm going to tell you this right now. Based on things that I'm hearing, let's talk. The best chance, okay, if you want to talk about who has the best chance at being on the board at 11 when we pick out of the big five, being Moe Noah, right? Styles, Downs, Delane, and Bain. Delane and Bain have a really good shot. I have got intel. I don't know how true it is, but I think it's true. I got intel that Bane's off of KC's board entirely at 9 because of the length as well as the car accident. That's what the word is going around. I don't know. We'll see. But I've heard other people tell me that, you know, in the media that they got Bane going to the Chiefs. So we'll see. But from everything I've deciphered, Mansour Delane and Ruben Bain Jr. are going to be the ones out of that big 5 who have the best chance of falling to us. Styles, Downs, and Moe Noah, I've heard no. Now, Field Yates did have Monroe Freeling off. Listen, we can talk right now. We can tell y'all. So I didn't know Monroe Freeling's 30 visit was a secret. I thought this was already announced. Barry Jackson announced it today saying, I can confirm it per Justin M NFL. Well, you can confirm it per me, Barry, because if you're a YouTube member or a channel, or if you were a Patreon member, you know 3 or 4 days ago I had an update that I knew they brought in Monroe Freeling for a last 30 visit like a last minute 30 visit. I knew this. I reported this already to my patrons and channel members. And I'll go one deeper. I know he's a big time sleeper for them at 11. If the board doesn't fall their way and all these guys are gone, Bain, Moe Noah, Downs, Styles, you know, if all these guys are gone, it's going to be Falk, Fano, or Freeling. It's going to be one of the 3 Fs. So, yeah, I don't know. This is what I know. I know they're high on Monroe Freeling. That's why I took him in my... Well, I tried to be different a little bit too, but that's why I took him at 11 in my draft. Because I know he's a legitimate sleeper. I know they're really high on Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, but I don't think he's going to be there at 30. But if he is there at 30, watch it. And him and Kadyn McDonald are on the board. Look out. That'll be a bloodbath in the inside Miami Gardens, because there's going to be a lot of guys on both sides of that. So we'll see how that works out. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be Delane or Bain if you're looking for the top 5. Those guys, we'd all be the consensus. We'd all be cool with. If you're looking for a sleeper, Monroe, Freeling. If things don't go our way, Falcon, Fano are definitely in play. Falk's not going to get to 30. That's why he'd be in play at 11. All this talk of him getting to 30, I don't think that happens. Oh, I'll give you some more interesting tidbits here. The Cardinals are looking to trade up. Marcel Louis-Jacques was up here talking about that situation yesterday. The Cardinals are looking to trade up. The Seahawks are looking to trade back, and they're going to take Jadarian Price if they trade back. What else in the back end? Obviously, Ty Simpson would be the target. What else have I heard on the back end there? I've heard a couple interesting things on the back end. I'm trying to think what else I heard. I'll have to remember, but I did hear something else on the back end there. Oh, that's what I heard. A couple teams in the late 20s have Avion Terrell and D'Angelo Pons ahead of Jermod McCoy on their big boards. I've heard rumblings that D'Angelo Pons might be corner 2 off the board. I mean, I would love it. Listen, if Messidor fell to 30 and I took Bain at 11, I would still probably take Messidor. Messidor's the 3rd best edge rusher. I don't give a flying F about his age. He is the 3rd best edge rusher in this class. I don't care. You need help with chop? That would be disgusting. That would be disgusting. You know, that would be absolutely disgusting. I would be all for that. I'm going to also tell you guys now, barring a trade up, again, I've heard the Saints are trying to trade up. All right. So remember that. I've heard that the Saints are trying to trade up. Okay. So let me preface that. If you're looking to make some money off the picks today, this is the top 5 order. I put money also on Fernando Mendoza, Bailey, Arvell, then Sonny, then Caleb Downs. But this is what I would lock in if you're gonna if there's no trade up. Even if there is a trade up, the problem is it might switch Jeremiah Love to 3. But if there's no trade up into the top 5, this could be it. All right. You know what? After the first pick, we're going to pick someone from the chat. We're going to pick someone from the chat. All right. So here's the thing. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to pick the first one. All right. In the chat right now, give me your answer and I'll scroll back up there. David Bailey or Arvell Reese will be picked by the New York Jets at 2. Let me know. I'm keeping it right now. Let me know who's going to be the pick at number 2. If you don't think it's going to be one of them, go. All right. So let's go. All right. Whoever's right, I have the first 2 people to say, whoever's right, And if someone wants to throw in a random there, you might want to, because there's a lot of Bailey and Reese. If you think it's going to be someone else, there's already someone who said Bain as well. So Fernando Mendoza goes number 1 overall. There you go. All right. So now the Jets are on the clock. Yo, his younger brother looks exactly like him. That's hilarious. And he left his brother hanging with the high five. Ouch. All right. I'll be honest with you. I like Mendoza, but not overly excited about him. I mean, he made my top 15 players in a weak draft. What does that tell you about how high I am on him? And even then, I felt like I was a little dirty having him that high. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd feel better around like 25, 30. I'd let the position play a little premium on my big board. So, because I think the floor is so low on him. Shout out to the guy in Christopher Columbus watch party with the Ricky Williams jersey on. Shout out to that champ. All right. Let's go. I'll say this, Mendoza has a very good head on his shoulders. Wow, Diana Rossini deleted her Twitter account. I've been told, too, that more Vrabel stuff is about to come out, so that's going to be wild. Wow. Shout out to Fernando Mendoza. You know what? I hope he's successful. He is such a good kid. Like, he's got his head on his shoulders so well. Like, he is the type of guy you want to be successful, because he's the type of guy you want to be the face of your franchise. He seems like such a good kid with his head on his shoulders. I hope he's successful. I just can't get it out of my head when one of my close scouting friends said, you know what scares me? The floor might be Brock Osweiler. And I was like, oh my God, don't say that. Topher says, release the Vrabel files. That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. You guys are classic, I tell you. He's a dweeb, says Shizzy. Yeah, he's definitely a bit of a dork. Michael Pulisic, don't be upset when our pick is Fano. I won't be upset. There's not much you can upset me with there. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've casted a pretty wide net. You know, if I like you, if I'm fine with you in a trade back, I mean, I can get on board with you eventually. All right, let's see who's next up. It's going to be interesting to see if the Saints do trade up to 3. I don't think Falk is going this high, Colin. I think Falk could go at 11. If you're talking about the Dolphins, what if they take the Auburn kid 110%? If Bain, Downs, right, Styles, Moe Noah, and Delane are gone, Falk, Fano, or Freeling will be the pick if they don't trade back. Yeah, it'll be. And I've made this statement, like, David Bailey is the number 2 overall pick, as you can see on the bottom right there. So that said, the winner of that free Patreon membership is going to be a Geekin' Out Network. So Geekin' Out Network, please email me, finsidethenfl@gmail.com. All right? Email me, finsidethenfl@gmail.com right now, so I have it in my inbox, and I'll get you set up this weekend, all right? So David Bailey, I will give you your Patreon membership this weekend. All right? So there you go. Wow. I didn't know that. So David Bailey is the first Texas Tech player drafted in the top 5. Man, I mean, you are talking about an absolute stud in David Bailey. I'm a fan. You guys know, if you watched me throughout the season, you know where I was at with him in terms of my big board, right? I am very high on him. To begin with, out of my overall big board, David Bailey is the 8th best player on my overall big board. Ruben Bain is my edge 1. But when you look at where he is, David Bailey is my edge 2. He's been a player I've been high on all year if you've been listening to Fin Too Deep. I've also said for months, he will be the first edge off the board in April after the combine. I said that. I told all y'all, don't buy this RL Reese stuff. It's going to be Bailey. I've been saying this. And he was arguably the best edge defender in the country last year. I mean, 14.5 sacks, 19.5 tackles for a loss, 81 pressures. He's an absolute monster. He's an absolute monster. And he's going to turn 23 before the season starts. So, I think he's one of those players too. What I really like about him is he's gotten better every year. I mean, you're talking about a guy who runs a 4.5 40 at 6'3", 5'8", 251 pounds. 10-foot 9-inch broad jump, 35-inch vertical, 1.62 10 yards split, shows that initial burst and explosion. He's got that twitch, that bend, that flexibility you want to see from a top 10 pick at edge. It's all there, man. Traits for days. Traits for days with David Bailey. Not shocked. Not shocked. All right. We need the parlay to hit here, baby. Let's get that parlay hitting. Let's get that parlay hitting. There are the top 13 remaining, the best remaining on the board for you. Man, that's a great pick. That ain't a bad pick at all. All right. Thank God the Saints didn't trade up. I need this parlay to hit, baby. So what we got? I need Arvel to go here. I need Arvel to go here. I don't think it's going to be Ty Simpson. It's going to be Arvel or Jeremiah Love. All right, so the Cardinals pick is in right now. What's funny is I still got I still have a pretty good one alive. Yeah. I'm just going to say this. The dream is dead on two of my parlays. So Jeremiah Love, number 3. Love is the pick at 3. So there you go. Love is the pick. But don't fret, my pets. Your boy's still alive. Your boy's still alive. I can tell you this right now. I know the big board in one of the most prominent agencies in the industry, they had Arvel Reese going 3 to the Cardinals, not Jeremiah Love. This was the pick where the draft started. Right? Number 3 was where the draft started. So I think this is going to be Reese. I think this one's probably going to be Arvel. They might be trying to trade back right now. Hey, man, Cardinals they made the right pick. You know, Jeremiah Love is a fantastic player. He's a top 3 player in this draft. I mean, at least for me, you know. So where I had him ranked, I had him as the number 2 player in this draft. You know, I think you're talking about an absolute stud when you're talking about Jeremiah Love. I think he's one of the best athletes in this draft. I mean, I think, you know, I have him graded higher than I had Ashton Jeanty. I mean, I know Hurricane fans are like, oh, we shut him down. Okay, but I mean, what, guys can't have bad days? This guy's 212 pounds. He runs a 4.3 640. You know, like, special, man. You're like, with the way he cuts. I mean, you know, the way he can hurdle you. I mean, his literal signature move is hurdling you. Like, fantastic player, good burst, explosiveness, long speed, great vision and patience at the line of scrimmage. You know, he's a pretty good he's a pretty good receiver out of the backfield too. So, I mean, and you're talking about a guy who's put up touchdowns in college, right? I mean, he's put up 35 touchdowns over the last 2 years. You know, along with almost 2,500 yards. So, oof. You know? I mean, he's a baller. He is a baller. There ain't no line about that. Yeah, James Conner, it's done. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait till you guys see who the Titans pick is. Here we go. First shock of the draft. Wow. I just got a text. Wow. You gotta let me know if you want. I don't want to spoil picks for all of y'all. I don't want to spoil it. I'm gonna let y'all fucking live your life right now. I'm gonna let you live your life. I'm not gonna spoil picks for all y'all. Here comes, and it's gonna be the Titans. I will not spoil it for you. I'm not spoiling the pick. Don't worry. There you go. Number 4 below me, Carnell Tate to the Tennessee Titans. Wow. Wow. Are you kidding me? Who expected that, man? Who expected that? Come on. Everyone just got messed up except mine because I got to pick with all these people. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. You know how many parlays just died at number 4? Wow, that's a shocker. That high? All right, here we go. Wow. All right, yeah. I already know who the Giants picked. I already know who the Giants picked. I'm getting texts from media members. Come on, Downs. Come on, Noah or Downs. I don't want to spoil. I would tell you, Tony, but I don't want to spoil. But I mean, I don't want to spoil it for you, bro. But it should be pretty easy. Looking at the best players available, it should be pretty easy. That's all I'm going to say to you. And no, Sean Taylor, it's not Tyson. Okay, this is the only one I'm going to tell you guys because it's so obvious. It's Arvell Reese. Arvell Reese is going to be a Giant. This is the only one I'm going to spoil because it should be so obvious. I mean, come on. This guy wanted Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs. He clearly wanted an Ohio State defender. It's Reese. It's Reese. So that's the only one I'm spoiling. I ain't spoiling nothing for you guys anymore. All right? Tony, I did that for you. Everyone thank Tony. Will I apologize if it's Tyson? I mean, sure, but I think they're eyeing Tyson at 10. And the Chiefs are trading up to number 6. The Chiefs have traded to number 6. Chiefs move up to 6. That's down below. I'm not spoiling anything. It's right below you. So I think the Chiefs moving up for Downs or Noah. Maybe they're taking Styles. Finn's Magic, I do not believe Reese is better than Styles. Yeah, I think it's Downs too. This is crazy. But so far, we haven't seen anyone in the top 10 we haven't expected. That's my thing. Until I see like Makai Lemon or, Tyson or, or Monroe Freeling or Ioane get up there, like, we all pretty much expect Reese, Maui Noah, Downs, Styles, and then one of Bane or Delane or both to all go. And the one that doesn't go is Tyson, meaning Bane or one of Bane or Delane fall to us. Let's put it this way. There are 6 picks left. Arvel Reese, Moe Noah, Downs, Sonny Styles, Delane, Bane, and Tyson. Pick the next 6 out of that group. And then whichever one isn't there you go. This guy. Why you got it? Hey, Tony. Why you got this guy? Tony's trying to test if I'm all about the power of the dollar. I love it. I appreciate you, Tony. This man's trying to test me. Shout out to the Watch Mister. Reason, long time no talk. Hope everyone is well. Here's to Moe Noah falling to us, just like I wanted Peninsula in 2021 and Linderbaum in 2023. Cheers and fins up. Appreciate you, sir. If y'all don't know, through the 2023 season, we had a thing with Watch Mister where he came in here and he donated $20 before every game started. And boom. And boom. Like absolute boom. So we kept winning and winning. So shout out to the Watch Mister. By the way, I know who number 6 is. Just letting y'all know, I know who number 6 is. Tony, I know who the Chiefs moved up for. Tony says I'm kicking up $5 for every cheat we get from Reason. What's up, Reason? Appreciate you, Justin. I can tell you, if you want to know who they moved up for, I can tell you who the Chiefs moved up for. All right, I won't spoil it. Yeah, you guys are saying in the chat, they traded up for Delane. It's going to go Reese and then Delane. They traded up for Delane. It's not Downs, it's Delane. Okay, now I'm really done. All right? Now I am done. Over. You get no more spoiling. And especially don't expect me to spoil it, because I'm not even going to look at my phone when I see what we get. I'm not even going to spoil it for me. So that's it. It's over. I'm done. Downs is dropping. So is Bane. Shout out to Tony for the other donation. So the Chiefs traded number 9, 74, and 148 to move up 3 spots. Yeah, they 9, 74, and 148. I mean, that's not a shock. This is going, everyone's saying this is going well for us, and I agree with you, but these are all people we expected to go. Now, Delane's the first one. Delane is the first one that we're like, okay, that's interesting. That's the first one. I think we can sit here and say that. I think that's the first one where you can sit here and say, wow, who had Delane going this high? That must have meant they didn't think he was getting by the Saints and the Commanders. Pyro. How about another spoil? Oh my God. I mean, who's the wild card? Yeah, Cleveland's will be interesting. It's going to be Moe Noah or Fano. And I think it's going to be Moe Noah. I agree, actually, with Alv. Tate being the first OSU player is funny. I agree. Should have been Sonny or Caleb. I agree with you 110%. Shout out to Tony. Shout out to Pyro trying to tease me with the almighty dollar. The Temptations, my friends. I need someone to trade up for Sonny Styles right now. Oh. Okay. So I think 7 will be. This is no tip. I have no tip. This is not me just spitballing. I have no tip. I think it's going to be Styles at 7. What gets interesting is 8. What do they do? Do they do Caleb Downs? Or like, what do they do there? You know, Jordan Tyson. I don't think. Oh man, Moe no ain't falling to us. There's just no way. I can't see that. You got the Giants and the Browns ahead of you. That's not good. Oh, Jason, I wouldn't worry about the hernia. It's all been. It's gonna be not. It's no deal. Like everyone said, the most time he'd miss is like 2 months, and it's gonna be fine. I wouldn't worry about that. You know what we doing after the draft tonight too? Well, after I do my recap video for all y'all. We hitting that Topps Chrome, baby. We hitting that Topps Chrome, baby. We hitting it the next 2 nights. Are we okay for Bane? I mean, all these guys I expected to go in the top 10 anyway. So, you know, the Chiefs aren't taking Moe Noah. The Chiefs are taking Delane. And there you go. It's now on the board underneath me. It's Delane. So it's Delane. See, I told you, Sean Taylor. Who has a hernia? I believe Moe Noah has a herniated disc, not a hernia. He has a herniated disc, I think. Monster Delane. Henry, I agree with you, but is it? Look at who we still got to get through here. And so far, here's the exercise. Don't look at where they went. Look at where you had them going. And what I mean by that is which one of these guys are, ones you projected to be outside of the top 10. None of these guys. You know? So we'll see. All right. I hope the Giants are going 100 wide receiver 100%. What worries me is what if the Saints take Tyson? If the Saints take Tyson, they're not going to take. They're now our threat for downs. That's the problem I see here. What are the Saints going to do? I need the Saints to take Reuben Bain is what I need. I need the Saints to take Reuben Bain. So Moe Noah Downs or Sonny Styles falls to me. That's what I need. I'm going to keep it $150 with you. I need the Saints to take Bain. So basically, we need the Saints to take Reuben Bain. Let's go. All right, let's go. All right. What do we got? I do want to say, can I just show this for a sec? The parlay is alive, baby. I hit the David Bailey being the number 2 overall pick, and that was the highest. I need Moe Noah to go top 10, though. This basically means Bain falls to us. My parlay. All right, Washington has taken Styles. Styles gone. All right. Saints are on the clock. All right. Here we go. Yeah, the board should slide over when the pick is made. All right. It's all about who the Saints pick here. This means a lot. Who do I think goes here? I think it's going to be Downs or Bain. Wow. Wow, I know who the next two picks are. Wow. I told you. You think you're shocked right now at 8. Wait till you see who the pick at 9 is. Wait till you see the pick at 9. I am not spoiling it for all of y'all. Wait till you see who the pick at 9 is. Enjoy that one. I'm not spoiling 9. Wait till you see this. My parlay is dead. My parlay is dead. FYI. Wait till you guys see what happens at 9. I'm going to tell you this. All I'm going to say is it's happening. We're going to get Moe Noah or Downs. We're going to get Moe Noah or Downs. Yeah, I think Moe Noah or Baines are down. 2 of those guys are going to be on the board when we pick. Get ready. 2 of those top 3 are going to be on the board. Here we go. I think Downs are probably going to go 10. So they're going to pair them up. That probably makes the most sense there. So here comes the Saints pick. All right. Here we go. Guys, don't get locked in on Moe Noah at 11. Let me just tell you that. Just let me tell you that. Don't get fascinated. I would. Let me ask you, Chad. Who's your favorite between Francis Moe Noah and Caleb Downs? Who's your favorite between Caleb Downs and Ruben Bain? Let me know in the chat. Let me know who your favorite is between Downs and Bain, because that's what you're going to be picking between. All right, let's go. I won't be spoiling any picks for you guys. FYI. Let me fix this for you guys too. Let me just fix this for you guys. Who is the Browns pick? It's going to be Spencer Fano. It's going to be Fano at 9. There you go. Spencer Fano. Crazy. All right, Giants pick is in. Dolphins are on the clock. All right. So Moe Noah is going at 10. I told all y'all. I said. All right. So it's got to be Caleb Downs now. The Cowboys are trading up to 11. The Cowboys are trading up with the Miami Dolphins. They're trading back one spot. So the Miami Dolphins, they have moved from 11 to 12. They get pick 177 and 180. So the Dolphins have traded back to 12, and they will get also picks 177 and 180. With Bain, you know, Ione. Let's go. That makes sense. So the Dolphins have traded back, everyone. The Dolphins got 177 and 180. All right. Sully just adding. Man. Well, yeah, Dallas. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's we're not getting Caleb. I don't think. Sounds like it's gonna be down to the Cowboys. Uh, does picking up 177 and 180 make up for potentially losing Caleb Downs? Listen, I'm down for Bane. That's my number one edge. Let's see if they take Bane though. Watch them take Monroe freely. Oh my god. I mean, it looks like it's going to be Bane. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Wait till you I was on my phone and I got a text. Oh boy. Wowsy, wowsy, wowsy. Well, I'm not going to spoil it. Pick is in. Let me tell you this much. I was on the right path with Monroe Freeling. Let me just say that. Some of y'all aren't going to like it. I'm going to tell you this right now. Some of y'all aren't going to like this. And it's not Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain is falling, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's not Lemon. It's not Lemon. Get ready. Get ready. It's not Falk either. What's up, Fake Spike? I can see some in the chat. Some of y'all in the chat are definitely guessing correctly. Ain't no doubt about it. Over 1,000 people of you in the room. It is Kadyn Proctor. Kadyn Proctor is going to be a Miami Dolphin, ladies and gentlemen. Kadyn Proctor is a Miami Dolphin. Let me know in the chat where you're at with that. Because I know a bunch of you are not going to be happy. So listen, here's where I'm at with this, okay? You know, I don't hate it. You know, actually, I'm pretty high on Kadyn Proctor. He's my 22nd overall player. And I've been talking about Kadyn Proctor quite a bit, saying that this guy's got an immensely high ceiling, right? Me and Devin Jackson talked about him. Devin Jackson's super high on him. I'm pretty high on Kadyn Proctor. He's 22 on my board. So, wow. This is now the issue with Kadyn Proctor is discipline. He has had real problems maintaining his weight. That's been his biggest issue, is maintaining his weight. So, you know, and there have been people that have wondered how serious he's taking football. So, you know, I mean, you're talking about a guy who's got a real high ceiling here. Like, we're talking about like an absolute freak. All right. Like, I mean, it's serious when it comes to this guy. You're talking about 6'6", 5'8", 352 pounds, right? 33 and 3/8 arms. He's got like an 81-inch wingspan. He ran a 5'2", 140 at that size. You're talking about a big man with rare explosiveness and burst. Kadyn Proctor is a Miami Dolphin right now. He's moves pretty well laterally. You know, plays pretty disciplined when it comes to penalties. His body looks really good here. I'll say this right now. He looks like he's in really good shape right there. He's got a good anchor. He's a really nasty player. Like, this guy's got some nastiness. He's a really good run blocker. You know what I mean? I mean, he's dynamic. And unlike Austin Jackson, this guy's durable. Now, here's the thing. Needs to improve a bit as a pass blocker when it comes to, especially with leverage in his pad level. You know, can kind of sometimes overset. That pad level can play a little too tall. So, you know, a lot of him is technique. A lot of stuff with Proctor is just technique and growth, right? Like, that's what it comes down to. So, my question is, where does he go? Are they going to shift him to right tackle? You know, I don't know. I mean, the ceiling is strictly high. He's never played guard or right tackle. He's never played guard or right tackle, FYI. So, I don't know. I know a lot of people aren't going to be happy. The ceiling is high, but he needs work. A lot of people are not happy right now. I mean, I don't know. I see that. The ceiling is incredibly high, but he needs a lot of technical work. I mean, I don't know what else to say. The ceiling's incredibly high, but he needs a lot of technical work. That's the best I can tell you right now. You know, I just don't know where he fits in. That's what's crazy to me. Like, where do you put him? You know, like, where do you put him? I mean, he's a good. The ceiling is incredibly high. I just, hmm. Mm. Wow. 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 I don't know, man. You know, and what do you do at 30 now? Defense seems like it's going to be the pick at 30. You know, defense does seem like it's going to be the pick at 30. I just don't know what the vision is. You know, I just don't know what the vision is. You know, I'm a fan of Kevin Proctor. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of Kevin Proctor for sure. You know, sorry, Kadyn Proctor, my bad. But the ceiling is ridiculous. You know, he's got that has that mean streak you like to see. You know, I get it. If people are not happy, I get it. I you're not going to hear an argument from me. This is, I'll be honest with you, this is, he believes in the people he's put in charge. This is a projection pick. I mean, you know, I mean, he's just got to keep that body weight and that diet good. You know, he's just, that's what he's got to do. I mean, it's just, um, he's got a fantastic frame with Lank. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys. I get it. And at the same time, it's like, what's the vision? The big issues are though his body, right? But man, they must believe in their staff, you know? Where's the vision? I don't know. That's my biggest question. So, what's the vision for where he lines up? You know, that's what I can tell you. What's the vision for where he lines up? Where do you put him? Strictly a left tackle, right? He's strictly a left tackle. By the way, I told y'all the Rams are going to take Ty Simpson. I've been telling y'all for months that they were going to take Ty Simpson. I told all y'all. Can I get an amen in the chat for all of y'all who listen to me regularly? Can I get an amen in the chat? Can I get an amen in the chat? Have I not been saying this since before the season ended? I'm just saying, I mean, I've been calling this for months. It just made too much sense. They can afford to wait and develop him. It made too much sense. Oh, that's hilarious. I should have put that in my mock. Why didn't I stick to my mock? It just made too much sense. It just made way too much sense, people. I'm going to tell you right now. For all of you watching Fin Deep, Mr. Neil Driscoll is not happy about the Kadyn Proctor pick with Vanga Ione, as well as Ruben Bain still on the board. I'm telling you right now, Ruben Bain is dropping because of the length and the accident. I'm telling you right now. Before the draft started, if you weren't here and you're just tuning in, I was told that the Chiefs took Bain completely off their board in round 1 due to the length and and the accident. So that's why I think multiple teams, including us, might have taken him off the board. Someone made a great comment. Great comment here. I get what you're saying, R-Force. The body issues, but I think Proctor has a higher ceiling than Makai Lemon. That said, I get it, bro. You ain't wrong. They gave up on Caleb Downs though for Proctor. That means they must have had a super high grade on Proctor. And that lets me know that Moe Noah was going to be the pick if he was on the board. But the Giants took him. Dude, the Saints screwed us. If the Saints didn't take Tyson and Tyson fell to the Giants, we would have got Moe Noah. Yeah, I see the comments in the I see the comments in the chat. I saw what he said about I saw what Nick Saban said 110% about Proctor. He said this. He said, the issue with him is he's not a bad person. He'll do whatever you ask him to once you get him in the building. But when he's not in the building, he might get a little overweight. He might not come in the best shape. And those are the things you have to manage with him. But I think they're manageable. He's not exactly a self-starter who will get in great shape and come to camp like you want him. But if you can get him to come to camp, once you get him there, you can get him ready to go. So I don't think that's a huge negative for the guy. So that's what Saban said. That's what Saban said. He needs a little motivation. He needs it. So, I mean, people are going to be mad. Crazy. I don't know, man. This is a risky. I mean, you traded back and missed out on Downs. You passed up on Ruben Bain, and you basically took arguably the most boomer bust prospect in the draft. I mean, geez Louise. Like, the ball's on John Eric Sullivan. It is what it is. Don't ever let it be what it ain't, I guess. Baltimore Ravens, Ioane. Told you, it just made too much sense, Ioane. I got that right. So Venga Ioane goes to the Baltimore. What a Baltimore Ravens pick, huh? I mean, what a Baltimore Ravens pick. I mean, I was close. I had them taking Monroe Freeling at 11, and all y'all thought I was crazy. And now they took Kadyn Proctor. You don't think I'm so crazy now, do you? Huh? Jeez. Proctor wouldn't have been there at 30. He would have went in the 20s. I don't think he would have got past the Eagles. Just for the record, if you need, like, listen, for the record, I would have preferred staying pat for Caleb Downs. If you needed to trade back, I would have taken, you know, Ioane, Ioane, Sadiq, and Bain before him. Clearly, you know, clearly John Eric Sullivan believes his staff will get the most out of Kadyn Proctor, right? Clearly, they believe in it. Yeah, is he a project? No, he's not a project. He needs refinement in his pass pro. He's a mauler in the run game. They'll be fine there, but he needs some refinement for sure. He moves fantastic for his size. He got the mean streak. I mean, it's like we wouldn't have liked Falk, but we would have understood the vision. It's kind of the same way for Proctor and Freeling for me there. I see the reason why I'm not freaking out is because I already came to terms with this info I was getting about Freeling. So it's kind of the same thing for me here. You know, what, Freeling was my 14th or rated player and Proctor's 22nd. So that's why I'm not freaking out, you know? So it is what it is, man. Can't cry over spilled milk. We can't change it. We just gotta hope they get the most out of them. It is what it is. A lot of people are calling him Mekhi Becton 2.0. It's hilarious. All right, the Bucks, they're on the board. We are halfway there. And there goes Reuben Bain Jr., who they probably didn't think would fall all that way. People are already out on Sullivan. That's hilarious. Hey, let's see what they do at 30. Listen, I think Bain fell because of the length and the issues, man. I would have taken him, you know. Listen, I've already said there's multiple players I would have taken. A lot of people are saying you gotta let's see. You gotta at least give this a year, people. Listen, would I have taken him there? No, but we can't go jumping off yet. You gotta. Let's see. Here they must have seen something because they wanted to take a safe foundational pick, and clearly they believe in him. So let's see, people. Listen, they have my trust until they don't have my trust. Period. And I gotta see what this turns into. You know, I'm gonna keep it $150 with you. I would listen. I'm on record. Okay. I would have stayed pat for Caleb Downs. And if you had to trade back, I would have taken Ioane, Sadiq, or Bain Jr. before Proctor. If you had to take a tackle, I would have personally have gone Freeling. Clearly, John Eric Sullivan believes his staff will get the most out of Proctor. Listen, shout out to the sponsor of today's video. And that sponsor, well, you know what it is. Of course, that sponsor is Prize Picks. And let me say this to you, no matter what sport you're watching, there's no better way to make the action more exciting than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. Prize Picks is daily fantasy made simple. You just pick more or less on your favorite players' projections and build lineups in a few taps. Whether it's football, basketball, or another sport you're into, Prize Picks gives you a fun way to stay locked in on every play while you're watching. And to get you started, they're hooking you up with $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup when you use code HMA. And you got to love playoff hockey. I like Antoine Forsberg to have over 28 saves for sure. So go ahead and check out Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Link in the description down below. Again, shout out to Prize Picks. All right, let's give away another Patreon spot. All right, let's give another Patreon spot away to each and every one of you. All right, so down below in the chat, let me know, who do you think has gotten the best value at their pick so far? I have a name in mind. Go. Who's gotten the best value at where they picked and who was the player? I've got the name. Go. You got to give me the team and the name of the player. Let me see. I'm trying to see who got it. Give me the team and the player. Let me check the chat right now. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Checking the chat. When I see it, I'll let you know who I think, this is my opinion. All right, here we go. Let me scroll. Okay, I'm seeing the team. I'm not seeing the player yet. I've seen the team a few times, but I've not seen the player. Hold on. I'm seeing the player. I'm not seeing the player in the team. Let me see. Oh, I think I got it. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna take it. Where are you? I saw you. You're right. People can. Orlando PHINS fan. All right, Orlando PHINS fan. You win. All right. I want you to email me. Oh, hold on. No, you didn't actually, because you didn't say the team. Hold on a sec. I thought you said the team, bro. Hold on. Never mind. Robert T, because I know what you meant. You meant Downs. You said Dallas and Downs. Robert T, you win. I need you to email me finsidethenfl@gmail.com. All right. You are going to get the second Patreon. All right. So Robert T, you get that. So I need you to hit me up, bro. Email me right now. Yeah, make sure you email me, bro. Robert T. Email me. All right. Kenyon Sadiq to the Jets. My God. They got Sadiq and Mason Taylor. People are big mad about this pick, eh? Like Neil's losing. Neil just told me he thinks this is the worst first round pick he's ever seen. So that tells you what he thinks. Neil thinks we're the worst franchise in the league. In the league. Oh my God. Classic. Classic. This guy literally thinks we're the worst in the league. I don't know about that. See, this is here. Let me read this donation here, but I'm going to explain where I'm at with this. All right. Love you too. I appreciate you. D Hugga, he's only played left tackle. He's never played guard or anything. Put Jackson at left guard, then move the other at right. I think the move would be Proctor at left guard and move Savai Nye at right. I don't know. You're going to put him at right tackle? Okay. Greer's holding Sully hostage with a pew. Fans riffing on Patrick Paul, and look how that worked out. I like this pick. I'm not sleepy. Until they give you reason not to trust them, you got to trust them. And they've made the pick, but we haven't seen the pick in action. So you can't sit here and say, oh, I don't trust him when you haven't even seen the pick at work yet. Now, if the pick falls flat on his face, knock yourself out saying you don't trust them. We all praised when Sully said big doesn't get small. They stuck to that, getting arguably the biggest offensive tackle. I agree with Elv 110%. 110%. Until Proctor shows he's a bad pick, I'm not going to sit here and act like it's a bad pick. I'm going to sit here and tell you there's guys I would have preferred over him. 110%. But we got to let this play out. You got to let this play out a little bit, man. You have to. You haven't even given the player a chance yet. Give the player a chance. And you know what I say? You know me. I say 3 years. I always say I got to see 3 years. Remember, a lot of y'all hated on Bane, like Elf said. And look at how he turned out. Where's Neil? He's watching the draft with his best friend. His best friend, since he's a child, flies in every time for the draft, and they chill and watch it together. Agreed. Why not us? Wow. Blake Miller went that high? Blake Miller goes 17 overall. Wow. You know? Listen, I mean, if he hits, who do we get at 30? I think they're going defense at 30. You know, I think they're going defense at 30. Caleb Banks. Wow. 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 Minnesota took Caleb Banks. Wow. Caleb Banks. That high? Listen, you know, Al, you killed it, man. You got my mind thinking. Who do we get? Calm down, folks. Yeah, I know this ain't Deion Jordan. All right, you want to talk about Deion Jordan? I remember when we traded up. I wanted Lane Johnson so bad, and when we traded up, I was like, "Are you kidding me, man?" Who do we get at 30? I think Emmanuel McNeil Warren. I think Kadyn Proctor. I think Chris Johnson are in play there. Shout out to the DC Monroe. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I would love Chris Brazil. I'm waiting for this, you know? I'm waiting for this wide receiver run, people. Listen, I'm going to let this pick play out. I'm not going to come up here and say, I'm going to keep it a $1.50 with you guys and tell you that there are other guys I wish we got, including staying pat for Caleb Downs. 110%. But I will also keep it real with you. Like Fano, I understand the vision, but I got questions. With Fano, I had questions about the length. Could he be a tackle? I had questions about guard. Did he have the anchor? We knew he had the movement skills. We knew he had the feet. But did you have the length and did you have the anchor to fill those two positions? That is now the Cleveland Browns' problems. Thank you, Lord. We just have a different beast now. We know he's a tackle. But the questions we have are, can you be disciplined with your body? And can you continue to develop and be coached up, especially in pass pro by our coaching staff? Because I'm going to tell you this right now. If you get his body right and you do get that development and that refinement in pass pro, ladies and gentlemen, you have something potentially very special with him. I'm going to tell you that right now. You got something potentially special with him. So that's why I say I understand the vision, but I got questions. Because the vision, some things need to fall your way, right? Something needs to fall your way for that to go right. So that's what the deal is. Some things need to just go right that way. We'll see though. All right. So what is his upside at guard? I don't know, man. Love all the draft experts in the comments. Yeah, they pop up in February, bro. I don't. I think he's a tackle, bro. I think he's just a natural tackle. Now, he's got the movement ability to make the switch to right, but he's already not refined in pass pro, so that could be a little shaky. And there you go. 19th overall, Monroe Freeling goes. So Monroe Freeling goes to the Panthers. Oh, Kuiper had him at 13. I have him at 14. That's a good pick. Wow, the Eagles have traded up to take Makai Lemon, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, my wide receiver 2 is off the board. Wow. So now, are we going to get Jermod McCoy at 30? Oh, please. Save me. I'll take Jermod McCoy. All right, I want to see if I can fix something here for a sec. Give me a sec, everyone. Yeah, Vega's gone. Vega's gone. Vega went 14. One sec, guys. I gotta. Give me 1 sec. Sorry about that, everyone. No, I was talking to my graphic guy. I need to fix something because for some reason the ticker below me, it's like faded. It's dark. I mean, it's dead on. It's on point. But for some reason it's not coming in bright enough. So I need to switch this layover so I can use the ticker I had on at the beginning of the show so I can use it here. That's all. So, because I used that ticker all last year. This one was like a last second replacement. So I just on the phone with my graphic guy. I wanted to show him what I meant while I was live. So the Steelers pick is in. They're all, no, I didn't fire the graphic guy. I got the best graphic guy in the business, brother. The best. The best. No one messes with my guy. And he's like one of my really, really good friends. So I'll tell you this much. My boy at FinHub who runs FinHub, one of the realest in this community, man. I know whenever the day comes that I step away and I hang up the mic, I know he'll be there with me, you know, even beyond that. So it's my guy right there. We got sticks at the draft. What is this? You know what I really want to see? I want to see what I haven't even looked like what Barry or anyone are saying. So apparently, new Dolphins offensive lineman just said, "Now I know we're going to run the F out of the ball. It's going to feel so good blocking for H-N." I'm going to say this. You want to hear this? Check this out. You guys want something? You know what? Let me show you guys something here. So let me know in the chat. Do you guys know who Mike Renner is in the chat? Let me know in the chat if you know who Mike Renner is. Used to work for PFF, and let me know in the chat if you know who Mike Renner is. I'll try and walk you down off the ledge, I guess. If you know who Mike Renner is, put it in the chat. Yeah, Dubs knows. OG NFL Stock Exchange. You know, Mike Renner's the man. Mike Renner been around, all right? Mike Renner's now he works for CBS Sports. All right? He and I'll give you two things for you. I mean, he's an OG. All right? I'll give you two things to kind of walk you down off the ledge. All right? Check this out. For all of you that need a little walking down off the ledge. Here are his rankings over the last decade. Look at this is how he's ranked these guys over the last decades. Go check that out. Look at right now. Now I had Wirfs at number 1, so he missed there. Well, that was right. He's got Proctor as the best guy. Maxi Hanacor, 21. All right, want to see something better? These are the top 30 players on his big board. He's got Kadyn Proctor as the 4th best player in this draft. He's got Kadyn Proctor as the 4th best player in this draft. No, I was drinking grape juice. Drinking grape juice. That's all. But yeah, he got him. Look at where he's got him, man. If you want some copium, whose big board is that? This is Mike Renner, formerly of PFF, now with CBS. So Mike Renner got him at like number 4. Mike Renner is one of the PFF OGs, right? So, I mean, listen, my thing is, I don't get the vision of where he lines up. That's what I want to know. Yo, Neil, you guys got to tune in to Fin Too Deep. Neil is going to go absolutely nuclear on Fin Too Deep. Holy jeez. Man, he wants to fire Sullivan already. Oh my God, this guy wants Sullivan gone already. He wants Sullivan out of here already, bro. Absolutely killing me. It's hilarious. Tiedemann is sliding. So is McNeil Warren. All right. Wow, Messidor to the Chargers. Wow. Caleb Downs not being a first round pick is what has screwed my parlay. Not being a top 10 pick. Him going 11 screwed me out of like $200. Fire to us as watch, mister. When we take, well, I don't think we're taking Cassius. Let me see if I can fix what I wanted to fix here. Browns are on the clock, so we're only not too far away from the Dolphins making their pick. When's Marcel joining? Marcel's not joining today. Marcel was on yesterday. I'm shocked Kendrick Falk is actually still on the board. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. I'm actually shocked he's still on the board. All right, let's give away the third Patreon membership. All right. Let's go ahead and give that away for all of y'all. Now, this is what I want to see or hear or whatever. Let me fix this. Let me know in the chat, who are the Browns about to take? Let me know in the chat below. Who are the Browns about to select? Let me know in the chat below. Falk. Omar Cooper. Dylan, Boston. Falk. All right. Let's see. Smash that like button too. Over 900 of you in the room, almost 1,000 of you in the room. Smash that like button. Malachi Lawrence to the Cowboys. Wow. He's a beast. I had him real high on mine, big board. People thought I was crazy. Who are the Browns going to take? Let me know. Winner is going to get a free Patreon membership. Apparently, Kadyn Proctor might be shifting to the right side. That's the word on the street. All right, let me see. I think realistic options at 30 are like Chris Johnson. I mean, Keldrick Falk keeps falling. He's obviously an option. I didn't think he'd fall that far. Who else? McNeil, Emmanuel, one of the safeties, Thieneman or Emmanuel McNeil Warren make a ton of sense. You know, it makes a ton of sense. Remember, let me know in the chat, who do you think the Browns are going to draft? Person who gets it correct, the first person who gets it correct in the chat will get a free membership. Let me know in the chat. I've got it ready to go. Let's see in the chat. We got 2 more to give away as well. This will be the 3rd. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if it's Casey Concepcion, someone a long time ago said Casey Concepcion. I've got him right in front of me. If it is, I'm ready for McCoy at 30. Let's go. McCoy makes a ton of sense at 30 if he falls. But I know some teams have D'Angelo Pons and Avian Terrell ranked higher than Jermod McCoy. I think looking at this board, Jermod McCoy, Dylan Thieneman, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, Avian Terrell, Keldrick Falk, Caden McDonald make a ton of sense. The next pick is going to be defensive. I don't think it's going to be Denzel or Omar. Man, Omar Cooper falling. I told all y'all when I was hearing these top 25 buzz, I was like, who sees this? I kept wondering, like, where is this coming from? I mean, was it me and Devin Jackson? We had a conversation about it. I just didn't see it. Sure enough, here we are, right? Like in the chat right now, what's the most shocking pick to you? Besides Proctor, I'm not going to give you our pick. Right now, when you look at all these picks, what's the most shocking pick to you? For me, it's either Blake Miller to the Lions or Caleb Banks that high to the Vikings. I didn't think Blake Miller would go top 20. Yeah, I didn't expect Caleb Banks to go that high, man. Isn't that weird with that ticker, how it goes bright and then it fades off? Was it Casey Concepcion? Wow. Falcon 5698. Falcon 5698. You have won a free Patreon membership. Falcon 5698. Please go ahead and email me. All right. at finsidethenfl@gmail.com, and I'll get you hooked up this weekend. All right? Falcon 5698 has won the third giveaway. Shout out to you, Falcon. Make sure you email me. Make sure you hit me up, all right? And I'll get you taken care of this weekend. All right, brother? All right. Shout out to the homie Franklin. Homie Franklin. Oh, I think I seen all my day ones come through, huh? Kyle. Look at Kyle. Oh, you got it, Kyle. What's his upside at guard? I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. I just don't see the upside at guard. Fire two. Trust the process. Give the pick a chance before the O-line. I agree. Yes, Franklin Higgs. Preach, Franklin. Spit the truth, homie. I agree with Franklin. Smart man. All right, here we go. Bears are on the board now. Huge boys up front. There's the guy. There's my boy rolling through. Shout out to Joey. Shout out to FinHub. Brother, we got y'all ever seen the old South Park with Cartman? Beefcake. I'm so beefcake I can't even get through the door. That's what we are right now, bro. That offensive line is beefcake. Nah, kitty, this is my chicken pat pat. Nah, kitty, nah. But yeah, beefcake. That's what we are right now. We are beefcake up front. Yeah, they're going safety here. They lost like Jaquan Brisker. Bears definitely going safety. If CB is at 30, I want McCoy. I love Johnson, but McCoy is my guy. You like that, eh? My wife loves it, eh? She always makes me do it when we like for friends and shit like that. Crazy. Screw you guys. I'm going him. That's what all you guys are saying to Sullivan right now. Screw you guys. I'm going him. Do we go? I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be one of the first two. Why not us? I think they're going defense. Do you think they're really going to give Halfley 2 offensive picks? I don't see that happening. I think wide receivers in play like from 43 on. Keldrick Falk is there too. Are they going to take the edge? I know this. They probably didn't think I didn't think De'Eneman and Emmanuel McNeil Warren would still be on the board. I thought they'd both be gone in the top 25. See, this is a great question, King. I'll say this. If he's not part of the future plans, if he's not the dude in a year, why not? Suck it up, Buttercup. Move into right guard. I don't care about the money you're going to make on the open market. That doesn't affect us right now. I wouldn't be against it. If they want to start Proctor off on the right foot at right tackle, with with no Jackson breathing down his neck? Why not? Why not? What do you got to lose? I don't think we're taking a guard now. I would be shocked if we took a guard. I'm not gonna lie. That would shock me. Who starts on the O-line besides the center? All right, let's do this. I like the question, Alreezy. Where is it? Zion Young does have a DWI. Here's how I would start it. I would go Paul, Jonah, Brewer, Jackson, and then I would go Proctor. Jackson, gotta go, brother. Dylan Thieneman, there you go. Thieneman to Chicago. I mean, listen. Jermod McCoy. Let's go. I mean, Avian Terrell's still on the board too, right? Dolphins traded out. Dolphins traded up. Wow. Dolphins have traded up, people. The Dolphins have moved up. Wow, here we go. Dolphins have traded up. I'm going to tell you, I'm looking into the trade right now. Who are they trading up for? The Dolphins have traded up. Here we go. The Dolphins trade up. All right, let's see. I'm trying to. I want to know who they're taking. So the Dolphins traded 30 and 90. The Dolphins get 97 and 138. I don't think it's going to be McCoy. It might be Boston. I think it might be Boston or... I'm not going to spoil it. The Texans took Keelan Rutledge, though, at 26, as you can see below me. Keelan Rutledge went in the top 32. Oh, my God. I know who they took. Yeah! Woo! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go. Y'all are going to like this. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Can't tell you guys. I'm not going to spoil it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I can't wait. I'm waiting for this to happen so we can all do this. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know how you can. I don't know how you can hate this. What you guys are gonna see. Let's go. Let's go. You guys are ready. You guys are ready, huh? Let's go. I told y'all I wouldn't spoil it. I'm a man of my word. I'm not gonna do that to some of y'all. Mm-hmm. You're close, Finns Magic. You're close. You are close, sir. Come on, let's go, baby. I ain't gonna spoil nothing. Let's go. Dolphins on the clock. The pick is in. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, baby boo. Here we go. The pick is in. Select Chris Johnson, cornerback, San Diego State, is a Miami Dolphin. Someone we've been talking about on this channel all freaking year, baby. All year. All year. I am telling you right now, we just got a legitimate stud corner, baby. Let's go. Man, one of my top man crushes of this draft. Ain't no doubt about it. If you've been following me, you know how long I've been talking about this kid. Chris Johnson is an absolute dude. We're talking about a guy who can play legitimately up against a opposing team's best X. Like, this guy is a legitimate option. He was my corner 3 on my big board behind only Mansour Delane and Jermod McCoy. Now, Chris Johnson is a second corner, I believe, off the board in this draft right now. Pons hasn't gone. Terrell hasn't gone. Hood hasn't gone. He is the second corner off the board. All right. I think he is, and I've said this, he is one of the most ideal fits for Jeff Hafley's defense. With this system, guys, when you watch it, a lot of off-man and match coverage. Ryan Roberts, you guys know how much I love Ryan Roberts. That's my guy right there. He, and I quote, Chris Johnson is an off-man savant. That's what he called him. Okay. This is an absolute home run. We're talking about Mountain West Co-Defensive Player of the Year in 2025. 6 foot tall, 193, runs a 4.4 flat 40, a 2.57 20-yard split, a 1.54 10-yard split, a 4.12 shuttle, jumps a 38-inch vert. He's got a 10 foot 6-inch broad jump. I mean, you just watch the tape, you see how well he moves. You didn't need the combine. Very fluid from the hips to his back pedal when he's mirroring. It's all there. Great player, man. Great player. I mean, we're talking about a guy who posted 4 interceptions in 2025, 5 pass breakups in 2025. He's got 6 interceptions and 10 pass breakups the last 3 years. His instincts are like, if Caleb Downs is the most elite instinctual secondary player in this draft, Chris Johnson is probably number 2. Like, he reads it before it happens, and he's got the movement, he's got the speed to react. He's very willing and capable in run support. He's a very good tackler. Man, not a lot of negatives. He's just got to continue to get stronger to handle physical receivers. At the line of scrimmage all the way to the catch point. The arm length it's not terrible, it's not bad, but it's also not great. So, and the biggest issue is for him is going to be the competition jump. he was already not a fit for a primarily man defense, but the way we are running it, he's going to be a perfect fit. So I think this is an A+. This is an A+ pick for me. This is a good pick. That's why I got up and I cheered. If it wasn't going to be Jermod, let it be this man. And I know why people are passing on Jermod. What were Houston Bills and Dolphins Niners trade? So the Dolphins, we gave up. The 49ers got 30 and 90. Dolphins got 27 and 138. Let's go. Great pick. Great pick at 30. Huh? Great pick. Sully, you're back in the good graces with us. You're back in the good graces with us. I think this is a great pick. I think it's a fantastic pick. Smash that like button. Caleb Lomu goes 28 to the Patriots. I told you they were going to go defense. I knew they were going to go. They weren't going to double up on offense with the 2 picks. They weren't going to do Halfley like that. There was just no way that was going to happen. There's just no way. Now, what I am, it tells you, listen, I'm not shocked they passed on Emmanuel McNeil-Warren because there was legitimate buzz that Chris Johnson was going to go in the top 25. So I like how they made this is a smart, oh my God. Listen, I like Colton Hood. I like Avian Terrell, but I'm glad that I think he's the most, if you take into account Jermod McCoy's injury, they probably took the most sure thing at corner right now, given what we run defensively and the player himself. Honestly, you want my honest opinion? They took probably the safest pick remaining in the draft, I think. But I also think they got a stud. Safe, and you got a stud. So I like this pick. I'm a fan of this pick. Count me in on this pick. What did we give up in the trade? So we gave up 30. I'll tell you right now. I just went over it. We gave up 30 and 90, and we got 27 and 138. So now our picks have changed, obviously, right? Now the Miami Dolphins, we pick at 11, 30, done. So now we pick at 43, 75, 87, 94, and 138, and 130. So 43, 75, 87, 94, 130, and 138. So we've got 6 more picks in the top 140. But now we only have 4 more picks in the top 100. We've gone from 6 to 7. Shout out to Penn coming through and growing the Fin side fam. Shout out to her. Listen, let's continue. Let's continue right now. Let's continue showing that love. All right. I want to give away the 4th membership. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Penn, are you a Patreon still? Let me know if you're in the chat, Penn. Are you a Patreon still? Let me know, Penn, because okay, Penn, email me. You get the 4th. I'm giving the 4th to Penn because she always grows the Finside fam. She always comes through and always gives away at least 5 or 10 memberships. So no one's going to argue that. Penn, you are the 4th. I want you to email me Finside the NFL so I can get you hooked up this weekend with a free membership, courtesy of an anonymous Patreon who wants me to give them away. Okay, So Penn, you're taken care of. Now the rest of you. All right. I want all of you. Who is going to be the last pick in the first round? And I will only be taking answers for the next 3 minutes because I don't want anyone waiting for, the Seahawks to get on the board and cheating. All right. And you got to also remember, what if they trade out? Keep that in mind. What if they trade out? Shout out to KA all day, Kevin Almany. He's coming through. He's giving away a bunch of memberships too. Shout out to the homie, Kevin. I appreciate you, sir. Okay, so I've got the chat started at where all of y'all are at with this. All right. Yeah. All right, I got the chat ready for all of y'all. It's lined up. All right. Shout out to KA all day, man. I appreciate you, big homie. Yeah, no, Keontae's going to go in the second, bro. He might even go in the third. Emmanuel, yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. I have heard. Okay, I'll give you a tip. Don't pick Jermod McCoy. I've heard the Seahawks don't have Jermod McCoy. Like they have Avion Terrell ahead of him. I know that for a fact. So don't pick Jermod McCoy if you pick Jermod McCoy. Keontae's gonna slide in the second. Like, let's look at what corners are left right now. Guys, only 2 corners have gone. Think about this right now. Only 2 corners have gone, ladies and gentlemen. Look at who's still there. D'Angelo, I've heard some teams have D'Angelo Pons as their number 2 corner too, eh? So, I mean, I don't know. Keontae's going to slide a little here, man. Because people don't know whether he's a safety, a nickel, or a corner. A lot of people are split on that. Okay, but let's go. We're best remaining players right now, right? So we got corners. Let's see. Who are the corners? Look at, you still got McCoy, Terrell, Hood, CC. D'Angelo Pons is going higher than 7. They have him ranked wrong. I'll tell you that right now. But you have potentially 5 guys who could go before Keontae Scott goes. And I'm not including Keith Avenue, who I think is also a real possibility too. So, I don't know. The slide is happening. Oh, Keontae's a dog, but so is D'Angelo Pons. Buddy, if D'Angelo Pons was 6 foot, he'd be the first corner off the board in this draft. He would have went ahead to Lane. The Jets took Omar Cooper Jr.? Didn't they take... Hold on. Hold on a sec. Didn't they take Makai Lemon? Did they? Am I like on one? Oh no, they took Kenyon Sadiq. Yeah, they took Kenyon Sadiq. Yeah, they took Sadiq. I bad. Who took Lemon again? Yeah, Philly took Lemon. That's who took him. Yeah. My bad. So remember, in the chat down below, you've got. Listen, I gave you 3 minutes. I'm giving you 30 seconds. Who's gonna be the last pick of the draft of the first round? Let me know below. Let's go. All right. Don't worry, I got it lined up. The first guess all the way down. Pen, don't forget to email me now so I don't forget. Everyone who's won so far, who I've given them away to, Geekin' Out Network, Robert T, Falcon, Pen, email me right away and I will check. I might not get around to it tonight because I got, I'm going to record the recap show after this and get that out to all of y'all. And then I'm going to unwind for a little bit. So I don't know if I'll get to that tonight, but I will get to it this weekend or tomorrow in the day, probably. Jamaican price. And my ticker will be back to the original tomorrow. I've already got a new layover ready to go. I just didn't want to change it during the live stream because it could get all fugazi on y'all. The Titans have moved up. The Titans are on the clock, people. Are you talking about our trade with the Niners? Yeah, we gave up 30 and 90, and we got 27 and 138. Yeah, you're right. We moved back about 48 picks from 90. Here, I'll do it on the draft value chart. I'll tell you right now if that was a good trade or not. I'll tell you right now. I got you. Don't worry. All right, so 30 and 90. 30 and 90 is worth $760. 27 is worth $680, and they gave us 138, right? So we got, and 138 is worth 37. So we got 700 and the value we got back was 717 points, and we gave up 760. So we overpaid by like 43 points. So it's not that bad. Tells you how much they had, graded high. I'm surprised Falk's on the board still. There you go. Keldrick Falk, 31 to the Titans. Keldrick Falk off the board. All right. Let's see. So Seattle's on the clock. Don't forget, we'll be live tomorrow for round 2 and 3. I got you covered. We got a lot of picks to make, right? We got 4 picks tomorrow. So keep it locked in right here. I got you covered. 43, 75, 87, 94. Let's go. Come on. I love that second pick, baby. I love that second pick, man. I'm hyped. Another year, another man crush. Another year, another man crush. Let's go. All right, what is going to go at 32? Actually, Greg, we just did the math. It wasn't that bad at all. It wasn't that bad at all. We already did the math. The Dolphins gave up between 30 and 90. That was 760 points. San Francisco between 138 and 27 gave us 717. So you only overpaid by like 43 points, which you're going to have to overpay. You're not giving the exact, math. The 40 spots back is the issue. But when you look at the value chart, we didn't give up much. But I agree. I agree with you moved from 90 to 138. Yeah, I don't like moving 40. I already didn't like that we didn't have a pick between 94 and 130. So I agree. Kadyn McDonald at 43 would be huge. Dakota. That would be huge. That would be absolutely huge, Dakota. I got a feeling the next pick's a receiver, though. Now, you're right. If Kadyn McDonald, who I had to have a top 30 player in this draft, if he's on the board, yeah. If Emmanuel McNeil-Warren's on the board, yeah, but he won't be. I want to say this, though. I told y'all Denzel Boston wasn't no first-round pick. I don't see it. Okay, let me ask you this. I got a crazy scenario for you. What if McCoy falls to you? What if McCoy's on the board at 43? Do you double up and just stack your receiver room? Who's the best wide receiver left? It depends. So by their board, it's Boston. By my board, it's Brazel's the best receiver on the board right now. It all depends on whose board you follow or what you think. Yeah, yo, ball game. I would tell them if Pons was 6 foot, he'd be the first corner off the board. The problem is he's too small. He's like Brent Grimes small. That's the problem. You ain't going to go in the first with that. But I do know some teams have him as the number 2 corner on their board. I will say that. All right. I know who is being picked at 32. So let me see who the winner is. I'm not going to tell y'all who the pick is, but I'm going to go to the winner. Tory Dixon. Tory Dixon. You won. All right. Tory Dixon, you won a free Patreon membership courtesy of an anonymous member. That is, unless you're already a Patreon. If you're already a Patreon, then okay, I'm going to give it to someone else. But Tory Dixon in the chat right now. Email me, finsidethenfl@gmail.com, and let me know in the chat, are you a Patreon right now? Let me know. The anonymous member is Steven Ross. The pick is, it's going to be, you'll see it. I know they wanted to trade back and get this player, but They probably didn't. All the trades happened in front of them, right? Yeah, Chris Brazzell and Ted Hurst are my highest graded receivers left on the board. Those are my highest graded guys. Jadarian Price. I like Mike Washington better. Jadarian Price is my third. I heard the Seahawks had Jermod McCoy strict like off their board. So there you go. This guy's loving life. All right. There's a lot of edges on the board, too. I mean, we got Zion Young still there. My highest edges on the board right now that are remaining. Right now, if you are looking at edge, TJ Parker, Zion Young, Danny Dennis Sutton, Cassius Howell, and Gabe Yakis are my top ranked guys on the board. Now, if you're going just based off of like top 100 big board, who is the best player still available on the board? It's Jermod McCoy for me. Number 2 after that is Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. So I don't think he gets to us. Kadyn McDonald is one of the best. Is like my third best player left on the board right now. D'Angelo Pons and Tradan Stukes are my 4 and 5 best players on the board right now. So both Notre Dame guys go in round 1, though. I mean, you get that 50-year option with the running back. So let me know in the chat below, who do you want tomorrow? Who do you want the Dolphins to start off at 43 tomorrow? Let me know down below. Honestly, is it worth trading up for anyone? I would trade up for Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, Kadyn McDonald, and Jermod McCoy. If you want my honest opinion, those 3 are the guys I would trade up for. And they're probably not trading up for McCoy because of the injury. But I would trade up for... imagine Emmanuel McNeil-Warren and Chris Johnson in your secondary now. So, and you didn't get the edge setting guy. You passed on that. So Kadyn McDonald's there too. So there's a lot of options. If you want to go a weapon, give me Chris Brazzell. Give me Ted Hurst. You know, there's weapons on the board here too. You know why I didn't like trading back from 90, 48 spots, to be honest with you? I wanted them to try and get up in between 75 and 43 again. That's what I wanted. So, I mean, but man, wow, what a day, huh? Round 1 in the books, and it was full of surprises. There is absolutely no single solitary doubt about that. And let's go in the box next to me here. And let's go over some of these picks. I mean, I think a lot of you were really caught off guard, as was I, rightfully so. It all started with Carnell Tate at 4. Right. And then we got the Chiefs trading up to 6 to get Mansour Delane. We're like, here's the board's falling for us. Spencer Fano goes higher than we want him to go. Fantastic. But then the Dolphins trade back from 11. They miss out on Caleb Downs and they take Kadyn Proctor. So, kind of interesting. But the Sharks really did not stop there when you think about it, because there was some stuff that, man, you keep going here. Ty Simpson, people were shocked, but I'd been calling that for months. It made too much sense. Ruben Bain falls right into the Bucs' lap. Kenyon Sadiq to the Jets. Blake Miller at 17 and Caleb Banks to me were the biggest shocks to me. I didn't have them going in the top 20. You know, Malachi Lawrence going in the top 25. Y'all know me and Neil are super high on him. Dolphins trade up to 27 to take Chris Johnson with the Niners. So, man, we have got some interesting things. Day one trades. So this is how things look right now for the Dolphins, right? So the Dolphins, they traded the 11th pick to the Cowboys for the 12th, 177th, and 180th, right? So now everything has changed for us. We are picking at 43, 75, 87, 94, 130, 138, 151, 177, 180, 227, and 238 moving forward. So, man, keep it locked in here. We're going to be back tomorrow for the start of night 2 of the draft, second and third round. And be on the lookout. In about an hour, you'll have a recap video of night 1 coming your way. Fins up all day, every day. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. Let me know down below what you thought of the picks. What was your favorite pick of the night? Whether it was a Dolphins pick or another team's pick. Who got the best? Who had the best pick of the night? Let me know your thoughts of the draft down below. All right. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Over 1,000 of you in the room. I'll see y'all in the next one. Fins up, baby.